How do we, as parents, how do you refuel? How do you recharge?
You do that?
I'm asking you the question.
When Jody and I refuel together, when we get away from the kids and we get back on the same page and we're in sync, parenting gets exponentially easier. It's not easy, but it gets a lot easier when Jody and I are together. We're in step.
And that's been a journey my wife and I are on, because we're wired very differently. But we've had to find ways that we can take that time and work together, or work with friends, or work with other parents, and we'll trade off babysitting, however that needs to happen. But we've had to find the ways that we can take the time, because we're not going to make it.
So how do we do this? How do we set priority? Because there are way more opportunities than we have time for.
So Beeson, right, lots of times has talked about setting big rocks, right? Like, what are your top 3 priorities? And what is it that are wins? If come 18, when we're empty nesters, what does a win look like? Is this thing that I could say yes to, this opportunity, and these 25 things that are possibilities after school or on the weekends, do these things help them become the character that God is building in them? Or it just looks good to somebody else that I'm like running and doing stuff?
I'm not a bad parent because I say no, that they can't do all of those things. And I also think that it teaches them you're a part of a family. So if you do 17 things, well, how can this person do even one?
What is the ultimate goal of what you may be true about your kids someday? You know, what type of adults are you raising? You're not raising kids, you're raising adults. So what type of adult do you want to have someday? It's hard though, because in the moment, in the season, it's just like, you can measure how well they do in this. Did their scores improve? Did their sports, did their time improve? Hard to measure. Does my kid exhibit grace?
Right.
Do they love the kid that's picked on? Like, it's hard to measure those things sometimes. Just giving ourselves permission that this is not going to reflect bad, that I'm a bad parent because my kid's not an all-star athlete in all 3 of these things, and science, and like, it's just giving ourselves permission. Some of that is huge.
The dad conversation for me is opportunity cost, you know. So, well, you want to do that, okay, well, what's it going to cost you in terms of what are the things you're not going to be able to do? We aren't going to do everything, and there are going to be priorities. We are going to get to GSM. Grades aren't going to suffer, and these things are going to be the big rocks, right, that are going to stay. You know, we're part of it, but it will come with a cost.
The goal of parenting is fill in the blank.
I just want our kids to love. I want them to just do what Jesus did and love everybody. So I want them to worry about the kid that's not getting the attention in school, or I want them to just love their siblings and obviously love us, love their parents, but just have a perspective that that's what matters. That's what matters in this world, is love.